Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are continuing along with our Best of One Esper Walkers series. This is part 10. If you're interested in any of the earlier parts, all of the links are in the description below. Today we are playing Esper Walkers versus Azorius Control. It's a very unique matchup. We have Azorius Control and Azorius Blink mixed into one video here, much like the Rakdos Sacrifice and Rakdos Aggro video. So we're combining the two different archetypes into one. Believe it or not, it's a little bit hard to hunt these specific archetypes down and get good gameplay footage for you guys. But we've got a bit. It's not as much as I'd like. However, with that all being said, we're going to break down the deck list. We're going to get into the specific strategy versus Azorius Control archetype. We're going to get into today's gameplay examples versus Azorius Control and Azorius Blink. And then we're going to close out with our final thoughts. Quick reminder, if you find any value from this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. This video is brought to you by AetherHub.com and the best Magic the Gathering Arena tracker tool. Be sure to download MTGA Assistant from the link within the description below. The deck hasn't changed at all. It's been the same in all parts of the series, so feel free to skip past this part. However, we are running 2 The Birth of Maltese, 2 Dovin's Vetoes, 4 Thought Erasures, 2 Narset Parter Veils, 4 Teferi Time Ravelers, 2 Kaya Orjov Usurpers, 4 Oath of Kaya's, 4 Shatter the Sky, 1 Atris Oracle of Half-Truths, 3 Elspeth Conquers Death, 2 Ashiok Nightmare Muse, 1 Liliana Dreadhorde General, 3 Dream Trawlers, 1 Castle Ardenvale, 3 Plains, 2 Castle Vantresses, an Island, a Swamp, 4 Hollowed Fountains, 3 Temple of Enlightenments, 4 Godless Shrines, 1 Temple of Deceit, 4 Watery Graves, and 2 Fabled Passages. Quick overview of some things that I think are common misconceptions in the deck. People are asking me what Thought Erasure is for. Not only do you take an Annex because every second deck is going to be against a red deck, you could also take Elspeth Conquers Death in this specific matchup. But the Surveil is for you to put your Planeswalkers and Dream Trawlers in the graveyard so you can bring them out with Elspeth Conquers Death. The same goes with Atris. You take whatever pile isn't showing and Elspeth Conquers Death, because if it's a Planeswalker or a Dream Trawler, it doesn't really matter. It can go to the grave. You'll bring it back later. So those are the first 2 misconceptions I wanted to touch on today. We're going to break down the specific strategy for this deck versus Azorius Control. I did just want to briefly touch on those because they're very common within the comment section. So let's talk about the strategy of Esper Walkers versus Azorius Control. Our strategy versus Azorius Control is actually pretty laid back. They don't have a ton of threats to deal with us. We just want to make sure they don't outvalue us. That's the biggest thing. We can easily deal with their 4 Dream Trawlers and their 4 Elspeth Conquers Death. That's not a lot. We have 2 Dovin's Veto. We have 3 of our own Elspeth Conquers Death. And we also have a Teferi to bounce those and get them back into our hand, right? So we should be able to deal no problems with the Dream Trawlers. We have the 4 Shatter the Skies. That should easily deal with his Dream Trawlers. We also have Liliana Dreadhorde General, can do her -4 ability to deal with his Dream Trawlers, right? If he's running Azorius Blink, we have Oath of Kaya, which is pretty helpful. It can get the Guard Mage down, stuff like this. Thought Erasure is really nice. It can preemptively deal with Elspeth Conquers Death. And then Dovin's Veto can also preemptively deal with it, which is really nice. And then obviously you let him play his Elspeth Conquers Death first, and then you play your Elspeth on top of his Elspeth. The second Elspeth played is always the winner because you really want it to trigger and get that either back to your hand through a Teferi bounce or the phase 3 to trigger to bring back one of your Planeswalkers or creatures. Earlier, we touched on the Surveil/Atris effect, where you put your Planeswalkers or Dream Trawlers in the graveyard whenever possible and try to prioritize keeping Elspeth Conquers Death in your hand. Narset Parter Veils and Teferi Time Raveler really shut down Azorius Control. Control beats Control. It's kind of how it goes. Obviously, this is best of 1, so you don't always know you're playing against Control. Prioritize your opening hand like you're playing mono red, which means Oath of Kaya, Thought Erasure, Shatter the Sky. And then if it's not mono red, you adjust your strategy to fit the specific deck you're playing, in which case it will be Azorius Control. So we keep our Shatter the Sky. We can still use our Thought Erasure to get rid of one of his ECDs. And now we're looking for different things. Instead of more Oath of Kaya, we're looking for Teferis. We're looking for Dovin Vetoes, right? So it's just distinguishing what deck your opponent is playing and then prioritizing your cards in your deck to deal with his specific threats. So in Azorius Control, you have a Dream Trawler and you have ECD, right? In the Blink variant, you have Thassa, right? However, it's not too powerful, the Blink variant. I really think the control version is a lot stronger. The blink variant is kind of more like jank, but you're still going to want to know how to counter it. In that case, you're Elspething, obviously, his indestructible creature, because that's the only way you're going to get rid of that. You can also Thought Erase it, but again, then he's just going to bring it back with his Dovin's Veto. So whenever you put your Thought Erasure out, be sure to prioritize. The biggest threat your opponent has is Elspeth Conquers Death. The second biggest threat they have is Dream Trawler. You should have a lot of time to dig through your deck to find the appropriate cards to deal with these threats, whether it be a Shatter the Sky, a Thought Erasure, or Dovin's Veto, even a Liliana, right? So you've got enough time to stabilize. It's going to be a long match. It's going to be an uncomfortable match. Try to protect your Teferi. Remember that opposing Azorius control will not have an Oath of Kaya, so you can go down to 1 because he might Brazen Borrow it, return it to your hand, something like this, right? So don't be afraid to minus your Teferi because he's got no direct damage. And if you have a Teferi on the field, he's obviously not playing anything with Flash. So don't be scared to -3, even on nothing, just to get that draw, because it's really important that you hold value neck and neck, because it's going to be a long game. So you don't want to lose 3 cards off the start and your opponent's sitting on a 6-card hand and you're down to 3 off the start because he got a good conversion, right? So you really want to make sure that you can go the distance, plan this game out to go 10, 20 rounds, and you should be able to do it. Only use Shatter the Sky on Dream Trawler. Only use Elspeth Conquers Death on other Elspeth Conquers Death. Use your Thought Erasure to get rid of Elspeth Conquers Death. Use your Dovin's Veto to block Elspeth Conquers Death. You're 1000% better to Dovin's Veto and Elspeth Conquers Death than you are to Teferi or Narset, because if you counter the Teferi and you can't counter the Elspeth Conquers Death, the Elspeth Conquers Death is just going to bring back the Teferi. So you really want to prioritize Elspeth Conquers Death and Dream Trawler. I'm going to repeat it a million times over, you guys, so it's burned into your head. That's it, though. If you have any questions, be sure to jump in the Discord. I'd love to break this down even further with you. Maybe there's some unique interactions that I've not explained here. So be sure to touch base or introduce yourself in our Discord. We'd love to have you. Once you do so, check out the Communities tab. We have a competitions and giveaway section where we're giving away almost $3,000 in cash prizes for different competitions, tournaments, giveaways, all sorts of fun stuff. So be sure to involve yourself with that link in the description below. With that all being said, you guys, we're live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch. I love the company. If you want to join the live conversation, that would be really cool. I've already said to join the Discord a couple times. That's the most important thing. Other than you guys having a wicked day, be sure to rest up before the release of Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, because I know you're going to be playing Magic all day, all night. I can't wait to be there right beside you. If you have any theory crafting, jump in the Discord. We're kind of partaking in that right now, looking to get some fresh brews for the release. So with that all being said, you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. Be sure to check out our beginner parts of this series, 1 through 9. Links in the description below. And most importantly, I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Alright, you guys, let's mulligan. This is bad land. We go first, but we would really need to draw planes. You know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm a little upset. Try our best. It is what it is. We have our new pet to focus on, at least. Let's play our land. Then we can play with our pet. Not the right land, let's be honest. We do need a plains. Especially next turn. Charming Prince, we're talking Azorius Blink. That's not right, the lands. Well, I guess it kind of is. It's just a little bit slower than we want. Access to an ECD, which we're gonna need. Straight chillin'. Hopefully we see his Thassa this turn. Normally you don't ask for those things, but I do want to just get it out of the way. Oh, Guard Mage. We'll deal with that the old-fashioned way.
isn't a fight you can win.
Oh my god! I'm gonna fucking throw this mouse out the window. I'm gonna have to go fucking yoga practice after this. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, yeah. Good time. Happy fun times we have here. So we have a Teferi coming back. What a life we've lived.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
I do hope you make this battle. Back off!
I mean, luckily, we're having a bang-up match here. Right? Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm gonna find a new mouse, I think. This one's been giving me trouble. Literally. Like, do you see how like, the button clicks or sticks or something's going on there, so I double click it, and then I'm doing things I shouldn't be other times. So it's really sad for me. Oh my god, what a top deck.
I've got it.
There's so many different ways we could do this, which is nice. We minused 4 on our Liliana. Now she's going to come back at 6. So that's game. Like, I'll be honest, that is not good for him. We hold up Dovin's Veto as well. And we play Archetypes. And start getting down.
The crueler the opponent.
Good game. We're going to mulligan this hand. We don't really care for it. It's pretty heavy. Liliana is not something we want to see off the start. Yeah, let's keep our 2 planes. Right, we have all of our mana requirements here. Okay. So it's going to be a mirror match or like a control matchup. Always. It's never not. This deck's meant to beat mono red, except we don't see mono red ever. So it's a long, slow control match, which equals no land, please. Let's just start, whoops, cycling through our deck faster than he can cycle through his. We need Shatter the Sky to deal with his Dream Crawlers. We need Elspeth Conquers Death. And it's important for us to use our Kaya to get rid of his key cards. Let's Aegis Teferi. I'm willing to pay life for it. Alright, so you can see, like, let's actually take his Elspeth Conquers Death, I think. Liliana can go to the graveyard for our Elspeth Conquers Death. That's really good. Here's this Teferi, whatever.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Minus into nothing. Ooh.
Let's try this.
He's tapped. So we're going to follow in with the Teferi and nullify the Absorb in his hand.
Right on schedule.
He doesn't have a Kaya to deal damage to us. So we are going to minus on this bad boy.
No
Right, just get it off the field. The draw is where it's at. Again, we see his Dream Trawler. We have a Shatter the Sky. His Absorb is dead, so he's got 2 other cards. We really want to make sure we always have Teferi on the field. So we learnt how to make sure we take the land and then shuffle first, right? We're taking the land, then our library shuffles. Now we take the Scry. Oath of Kaya can absolutely stay. Now this is going to be what sets us apart here. He doesn't have an Oath of Kaya.
This might be a bad
Right.
idea.
So he thinks his Teferi's fine. He can minus it. He can minus his in our set. They're totally going to be fine. But Oath of Kaya is the only way, other than Elspeth Conquers Death, for us to deal and interact with these Planeswalkers. Another Absorb that's useless. Good game, you guys. Teferi. Okay, so we have our Shatter, we have our Elspeth, we have a Teferi. We just need land. We can Scry for the first one. Ouch. I hate to toss that, but we need the land first or else it's useless. Oh, maybe useless in this matchup regardless. So you don't get to keep your cards, but the rewards for the thing is, it's really good. Ooh, Teferi lands. I love it. Let's plus. We have our land for next turn.
Let's try this.
I guess he could borrow it. That sucks. Then we've lost a draw effect. Okay, okay.
Right on schedule. I've got time.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand.
Oh, actually cancel. That's not what I want. I want Narset's minus ability.
Thoughtfulness before action.
Teferi keeps going up. Right. I want to play our Elspeth Conquers Death and then return it. And it's just straight Azorius. Alright. Teferi's going up as well,
This
even more.
Might be a bad idea.
He can't counter us, which is nice. Shoot. We can't do it on his turn because of his Teferi.
Keep an open mind.
Alright.
I got this.
This Fave Wishes could be annoying. Yeah. Ouch. What's he go for? Mass Manip? Alright, that nullifies our Elspeth Conquers Death on both sides.
Here goes nothing. Enough! Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Right? We bounce our ECD just right away. Doesn't draw because Narset. We have 3 Dream Trawlers. Let's push the agenda and make him use his field wipes. Let's keep our Teferi alive for now.
I am not making this up as I go.
Right, we get the first time wipe. We have a Kaya already. I don't think we need 2 here. All I want is more ECDs, baby. Let's get that on the field right away.
I'll phase through anything that stands in my way.
Actually... yeah. Even if he does ECD us, we can ECD his ECD.
Don't worry, I got this.
Does not draw. Just gets the scry. Narset is putting in work. Another Dream Trawler. Now let's start taking his cards from his graveyard.
Good for you. You won.
Right, taking his biggest and baddest threats.
Here we go.
Right, we can block his Fae. Alright, there's another field wipe. And this is where our opponent rage quits, ladies and gentlemen. Castle Ardenvale is really good in control matches. Take his threats again.
I had guild business to attend to anyway.
Fairy can -3 on nothing now.
I'll protect you.
Dream Trawler goes up. He knows we have ECD chilling. Just getting stuffed by Narset over and over and over again. Ouch.
I've got time.
We have 9 cards of his in exile.
This time.
Let's end our turn here. He's got nothing left to do, you guys. Teferi nullifies the absorb. We can deal with his giant with our Elspeth Conquers Death. Let's take the scry. And that is good game. Alright guys, this was part 10, best of 1 Esper Walkers versus Azorius Control. I wish I had more gameplay footage, but it seems like everybody's just playing mono red. No one's looking to play Azorius Control in best of 1. We were lucky to even get these matches. So again, I really appreciate you guys for your continued time, attention, and support. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. We're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST, and you can support us on our newly renovated Patreon as well. All of the links in the description below. Thank you guys again. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Take care. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.